Can you use these bottles?
Well,
I don't know. I will give it to them.
I'll have to see.
Okay. So we are on the beach of Dragon Head Beach. These are the shoes that one of my subscribers, Red Horse Adventures, gave me about 3 months ago. And now that the swelling in my feet has gone down, they fit quite well. So they're building some boats, repairing some boats. It's low tide, going out with a full moon, basically. And I brought a couple of empty water bottles with me. Whenever I leave the house, I bring 2 or 3 bottles and ask various people, can you use this? Yeah? Okay. Ask various people if they can use the bottles. And then usually they'll use it for petroleum or diesel fuel. Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
Why stop by in? Have a nice day, sir. And then some of them use it for tools, carrying their gear on their motorcycles, whatever. So I've given them all out in the last few years. Most people, they will come by the house and say, do you have anything else? And I will give them whatever I have, if I have bottles. So this is the low tide here. And of course we can walk in the low tide because we have Keen, K-E-E-N, Keen water shoes on that have a back on the shoe, and the shoe won't pop off in the mud, and it's a very comfortable shoe. And if I didn't have these shoes on and I had regular sneakers, the sneakers would have popped off already. Now this water will go out. I'm about ready to slip and slide here. This stuff is pure muck. This water will go out almost to those boats out there. Well, it will next month go out to those first 2 boats and further, almost out to the raft. So this isn't going to be a long video. Now the last time I was here with a live stream, there was an orange floating sectional dock that went from where those flags are out to about here. Now they took that out because at this time of the year we have a low tide and we also have a wind that blows the water out of the bay for most part. In addition to that, the tide is low now from early morning. It's on its way out, which is towards the ocean, on its way out. And then now it's 1:30 in the afternoon, and it won't start coming back up until 2:30. So at the primo time of the day, 2 o'clock, the tide is at the furthest out. So they moved, and that happens for about a week, but because of the way the wind blows, they removed the floating dock. So here's a boat coming in. Let's see if we can catch that. And also, it's very difficult for them to come in at low tide. There is a path that goes through the reef, but when it's dead low, or the full moon, low tide, they cannot pass. Now, I can't see the comments, although this might be a live stream. I set it up like that. I can't see the comments because I can't see the screen, because the nits on this screen after 3 years, 2.5 years, have worn out. So this beach is called Dragon Head Beach, and it goes from here about 3/4 of a mile down to the end of Pang Lao. That's the west end of Pang Lao. The sun sets someplace over there, and the sun rises someplace just past the bow of this boat, the stem of this boat. However, if you'll notice those clouds in the distance, we no longer see a sunrise or a sunset because there's always clouds on the horizon unless there's a big storm. And the storm has like a 30 or 40-kilometer wind, and it blows all of the haze, the man-made smoke. It blows it out and away. Then the day after the big storm, they come back in with the giant smoke machines like you see on the rock and roll band stages where they make smoke for the guitarist and the drummer. And then they make more smoke. And then after 2 days, there's smoke on the horizon. Or one might say smoke on the water, if one knew what that meant. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have my new Keen water shoes. I'm going to see if I can find a boat. And they have backs on them, like I said. So they in this type of muck, which is, this is actually, it's seagrass, it's muck, silt, muck and silt are the same thing. Seagrass. And then there is coral right underneath this, about 6 or 7, 8 inches down. Then there's more seagrass. And when the tide is high, that seagrass that you're looking at right now will be, the dark green will be 18 inches floating in the water. This is called the coral, C-O-R-A-L, coral zone. Anywhere where there is sand, sunlight, grass, seagrass, and coral that's less than about 10 feet in water depth at high tide is called the coral zone. So we are in the coral zone in Panglao on Dragon Head Beach. And this is about a minute, 90-second walk from my house. So for those of you who don't know where I live in a place called Dolho, D-O-L-J-O, Dolho, Panglao. And right down there, if you could see through the trees, would be the Bellevue Resort. That's 1,285 feet from where I'm standing. 1,300 feet from where I'm standing. But we're not going down there today. We're only going to the coral zone, baby. I'm going to take a look to see if there are any comments. And then, if there are no comments, we'll take a look. Live chat. No live chat. All right. Thanks for not chatting. So I'm going to end this stream because there's really not much else that I can show you about the coral zone. This is a typical anchor in the Philippines. They don't use the flat angled stock bars here. They use a round stainless steel bar, bent, with a little bit of a weight on it. They don't have a chain lead. Some of them do on the bigger boats, but on the smaller boats, that's a 26-foot boat, 24-foot boat. They don't have a chain lead. And typically there are about 1,000 divers a week. Now, at this time of the year, that empty out their small transportation vehicles, about 1,000 per week, 200 or so a day, that put their gear on the beach. And then the gear is... Dominic! Mayan buntag! Is that Dominic? Okay. Mayan gabi. I can't see from here, and they're having what? You wish to be in the video? I will make them in the video. I will give them an option. Boat? Bugnaw! Bugnaw! Very Bugnaw! Book now, yeah? Okay. He's trying to tell me it's hot in the sun, in the Enid. And it is. But I came out here to show you what it looks like in the sun, and to carry an umbrella, and to carry water, and to make a video. And those men over there, mein Happen, those men over there, they are the men that will bring the tanks from the beach to the boat. Now they have to walk through this muck and seaweed, and fortunately I live in a beautiful place where they don't break bottles on the beach, not like it is in New York City. And these men will walk back and forth barefoot or in flip-flops, but you cannot wear flip-flops in this silty, mucky stuff because it grabs the flip-flops and it will break them and they will pop off your feet. So there are divers coming in from out there. Like I said, about 1,000 divers. Mein Happen, there's about 1,000 divers, probably 2,000 to 3,000 divers a week that are going to get off a boat out there and walk to the beach with their personal gear. But the workers for the different dive shops will carry the tanks for each dive trip, and then at the end of the day they'll bring the weights in, and in the morning they'll bring the weights out. They don't leave any gear on the boats. So let's go say hello to this fella who tried to tell me that it's very hot out. Now these little mounds of dirt, these are little crabs, but they won't come out in the sun like this. This is a little crab dug a hole, and they buried themselves while the sun is out. Like I said, now at high tide, this beach all but disappears. The water goes right up to those tanks over there. It used to be the beach was out to about these yellow air. Each one of those yellow tubes, tires, has an air hose in it with a compressor, a little compressor that makes oxygen, that makes compressed air for the divers. They're self-contained units. So inside here is a motor and a hose and an electrical compressor unit. For some of them, probably these are electrical. And for the bigger units that serve 2 or 3 people, they have a small motor, like a 1/2 horse gas. This one here is probably 2 hoses, 2 hose hookah. So there'd be 2 hoses and a little electric motor in there. The bigger ones, and they have bigger, up to 6 or 8 people, have gasoline powered motors. And then you pay for the boat to bring you out to the reef. And then if you have a hookah set up like this tire with the hoses and the electrical motor, you can stay under the water by holding a hose in your mouth, and you can stay for 1.5 or 2 hours without the cumbersomeness of a tank. There are advantages and disadvantages to this type of an operation, but that's something you could look up online. So again, this is the loading point. The trucks will come down that alley over there. There's a truck that comes at 6 a.m. in the morning, drops off 240 tanks here. Then the boats load those 240 tanks up to go to another island called Balakasog Island. Balakasog Island is about 2 miles straight that way. And on that island, there are allowed 200 people per day can go diving. So those 200 tanks from the 6 a.m. truck go to Balakasog. The truck will leave with 200 empties and then come back at 10 o'clock with 200 more and drop them off on this shoreline here. It's quite a busy place. When I moved here you might see 6 boats and 12 people a week. And now there are 1,000 people that stand in this general area every week, and sometimes 3,000.
We are wondering where you
Well, there's the man with 3 names. Alex. And what are your other names, Alex?
Clement and Florian.
What's that?
That is Florian, Clement, and Alex.
Florian?
Florian.
Florian.
Alexander, you got
Alexander.
And Clement.
L. Clement.
No, just Clement.
Clement.
Yeah, that is 3 names. Yes. But
How have
I
you?
also got the middle name.
The last time we had a conversation was at the end of the beach.
Yes, that's true.
And this is the famous Dominic. My hapon Dominic.
Hapon, Michael.
So look, did you or did Alexander, Dominic, put the weights over there? That's your weights, yeah?
Ah, yeah. I mean, Dominic helped me.
But you set up the weights.
I asked for it, yeah.
Are you using them?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the time, yeah.
They set up a weight room on the beach. Who built the overhang? You?
That was
Justin.
You?
Justin.
Justin? Oh, very nice.
The helper from Dominic.
Dominic. Dominic is number 1. Number 1. Isa. Isa dako trabajo. Isa dako utak.
7 sisters.
No, Leo is number 1. Leo. Mayan hapon, Leo. Mayan hapon. Number 1, Leo. Number 1, trabajo. He's a hard worker, that Leo.
Yeah.
He really is a hard worker. When you pay him, when you pay Leo by the job, he gets the job done. Boom, 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 boom. By the job. By the hour, Leo is like this. Ah, la, 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 la. Oh, talog, linko, talog. But by the job, Leo moves around like a shadow. Like a shadow. So this is the view, this tree we're underneath. Do you know the name of this tree?
I think it's Marigoni.
Talisai? Talisai tree?
Talisai.
That's what I know. What is the other name?
No, it is Talisai.
Talisai?
100%, because the beach is called Talisai Beach. So.
Talisai Beach, that's right. How have you been?
Good. I'm always wondering where you get all this information, for example, about the yellow rings.
I've been diving since I was 7 or 8 years old. My dad took me scuba diving in 1961 or 62. And after that, we had dive tanks in the pool. And I've been diving at my own dive tanks when I was like 16, 17, and my own boat. I have about somewhere close to 500 deep dives, more than 30 feet. Well, that's a...
How much is feet in meter? 30 feet?
30 feet is 10 meters. I have about 500 of those or more, and about 150 more than 30 meters.
Oh, that's deep. The sun is already disappearing in 30 meters, right?
No, you can see, but it's deep. It's, you can see the sunlight, but you cannot make any mistakes when you're down that deep. No mistakes. And we go, mostly the dives I did were penetration inside a ship. Do you have one of those? Do you have?
No.
You should.
I didn't know. The first time when you talk about it is when I heard that this is...
You can buy those.
Air and stuff. When I see this, I would think it's a saving ring, like when somebody is in...
No, they have a little motor. Dominic, those are electric?
Yeah.
Electric, yeah? So they have a little electric motor that makes pumps air.
Yeah.
Some of the big ones have a gasoline engine, yeah? Dominic, wala trabajo? Wala na? What about rum? You have rum? No rum? Why?
Only water.
Too big.
Aqua.
Dominic is an expert. Expert rum. What do you do? What kind of rum drinks do you make, Dominic?
No rum, only water.
Rum?
No,
Only
no
water,
rum, only
water.
water.
No rum.
We are healthy now. Workout and water
Water.
combination.
Too big. Too big only.
Too big.
Yeah, but Cockling. He's trying.
Too big and iron.
Yeah, but no salt water.
No.
The sea you also call it too big, right? But only the good one.
No, the seawater is the Dogget water. Too big is fresh water. Too big, yeah. And the salt sea is Dogget, yeah.
I got
Dogget, yeah.
Yeah, too big.
So these are my neighbors. Newang Ko. I lost many pounds. I lost 25 kilos. Look,
no, 25.
25
No,
kilos.
maybe 80 kilos.
How many?
80.
Now I weigh 100 kilos. When I started my diet, I weighed 132, 3 kilos. 133.
So what is your aim weight?
My aim weight is like 85 kilos, 80 kilos.
15 to go. Okay.
Yeah, 15 more. I went from a 57-inch waist, 5'7", to 44. So that's 13 inches off the waist itself.
So what is your expectation with 85 of your waist?
That's it, just to go down to that, yeah.
And then you don't care about the weight. Okay.
Then I don't care about that. Just so that it makes it easy if I want to make a hike, a walking.
I see.
Because to go up and down steps at 285 pounds is too much. I could not go up and down the
Well,
steps.
you must have a lot of muscles now because you've been doing that before.
Yes, that's true. So this is one of the vehicles. Everybody has their own style of vehicle here in the Philippines. And these little vehicles hold about 100 tanks, believe it or not. I see comments, okay. You're from Wyoming? I thought, okay, so you, Charles Larson, okay? I thought of doing that sort of thing in Wyoming. Wyoming? Dude, I spent a lot of time in Wyoming. Where are you going to go diving? On what they call the high plains in Wyoming? I spent a lot of time in Wyoming. Now, I think one of the big rivers goes through Wyoming. I think it's the Snake River. I did a little canoe trip there and a hike in the Colorado River, but I'm not sure if I was in Wyoming on the river. So I think you're making up stories is what I think. But thanks for stopping by and saying hello.
Where is that place?
Wyoming?
Yeah.
Wyoming is near not so far from Yellowstone Park. You ever hear of Yellowstone National Park?
Where is it again?
Out in the west, more in the Midwest. It's Arizona. You've heard of Denver, Colorado. Yeah, and for you in that general area. Yeah, but it's in the middle of the United States between the East Coast and the West Coast. You could look it up on your map there. Wyoming, diving in Wyoming. Yeah, okay. That's a big joke. So there's a lot of stuff going on today for. What happened, Dominic? What happened to the pontoons? They moved them over to Alona Beach?
Yeah, because Alona is...
Alona is where now they're diving, yeah? Because of the Dagat, Naug? Okay. Low tide. And now, until January, the tide... Yes, that's correct.
So here we have the Yellowstone
Wyoming, right here.
National Park.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's by Yellowstone. It's close. I spent 3 months traveling around in that from here to here, and from here to here.
From Canada.
From the Midwest, from the Yellowstone Park to Florida, and from New York to California. 3 months.
Oh my God, that is long distance.
It's 3,000 miles across this way. I did that in the winter when I did not work. I would take off from Thanksgiving to Easter. Where are we looking here? Look, I'm going to have to turn this around. Let me show. Oh, hold on a second. I'm trying to. I can't see how to turn it. Oh, here it is. Let me show the people. Well, do you still have it on Wyoming?
No,
more?
I was
It's
checking.
okay. It's okay. So this is.
I know someone from America, and I think that person sent me
It's okay.
pictures from the...
Thank you. And this is where I live. I live 90 seconds from where we are sitting now. 90 seconds from right here to my house is 90 seconds. So, and from my house, I can see this beach. So I like living near the water, and I like being able to see the ocean, and I've always done that since I was a little boy. My house was across the street from the water, but we could see the water from the front porch, sitting inside the house. And my next apartment was on the water, right on the deep canal. And then the next one after that was on dry land, but from the roof I could see the ocean. I'd have to go up onto the top of a 40-foot roof. But I would do that to see the ocean occasionally. Then after that, I lived across the street from the water again, where I have to walk across the street to see the water. But I lived in that apartment so that I could be across the street from apartments that were right on the water. And then I would know who's moving in or who's moving out. And I wanted the top floor. And in 1979, the top floor middle apartment became available, and I took that until 1989. And it was like 10.5 years, right on the water. And from the front of my house, I could see Kennedy Airport and Jamaica Bay. And from the back of my house, I could see Jamaica Bay and the skyline of New York City, the actual skyline. From my back porch, metal porch, the metal stairs that you'll see in a video occasionally, you could see the top 20 floors of the World Trade Center with the telescope I had set up. You could not see a face, but you could see a person walking across the observation deck of the World Trade Center from 10 miles away with the telescope I had set up.
I think they collapsed.
Yeah, they're gone now. You could also see the Chrysler Building and the top of the Empire State Building from my porch in the back of the house, and all of Kennedy Airport from the front of the house. But if you went on the roof, you could walk around the perimeter of the roof and see New York City, Jamaica Bay, and Kennedy Airport. Unabrided view, 360 degrees. And you could see Queens, New York, and Brooklyn, the skyline of Brooklyn. I like living where there's a view. How long? You've been here for about 2 years now, right?
Yeah, 1.5.
Are you staying?
Yeah, standing in here and standing here.
Right, are you staying here for a while?
My visa is until February. Then I need to check.
Visa?
Visa?
Your visa? What is until February?
The visa, yeah. Until February.
You mean your passport or your visa?
Visa. My passport?
Ah, you're from what country?
Germany.
Germany. So how will you know there's a consulate in Cebu, right?
Consulate?
An American consulate, and the other consulates in Manila. It's an American.
What is the task of the consulate?
Well, you would have to probably look up
Yeah, sure.
look up
Yeah, sure.
consulate in Manila, and it has about 100 options. You can apply for visas there. You can apply for a passport. Good afternoon. Mein Hapon.
I mean, when you're in Germany and then you want the visa or
I
something
don't
like
know,
this,
but you can
there's
call them up.
more processes.
Go on to the web. Go ahead, look it up now. I'll help you. Look up consulate Manila consulate, and and then
What is the purpose?
it's to help people that need legal,
From America to come here or what?
yeah,
Okay.
showing results for,
Yeah, there we already have results. Yeah. Like
And then put-
Manila.gov.ph.
put in the search German. In German consulate Manila. That's where it would be. There's no German consulate in Cebu that I know of.
Just so I
It's
can
a-
give to the Just Get Wet people.
There's about 100 businesses in the consulate. They may have an office.
German Embassy, Manila.
Is that on Roxas Avenue? Yeah, Makate. Okay.
Got yellow. Let's
Yeah.
prepare it for her.
Okay.
Line your
German Embassy, Manila, Federal Foreign Embassy, hours. Yeah, they're probably all in the same area.
A lot of options.
And do you have a landline phone here?
No. I mean, yes, I got the Philippine number, of course. Yeah.
Okay, well you
But,
can call them
that's
up.
not landline. That's like just mobile phone.
When you go on that website, look for email contact, and you can send them a letter now because February is close.
I mean, it's 4 months.
Well, yeah, but it's close. If you do it now, you can go there before and apply. Or you could send Dominic. Dominic could be your ambassador. Dominic, the ambassador to Germany. Talog, Dominic, talog.
Oh, relax.
Relax, relax.
Iyo. Lady boy.
How many people watching your YouTube?
Now, only, I don't know, 10 people maybe.
Iyo, lady boy, Michael.
I don't think that 10
14.
is powerful enough.
What?
Leo, lady boy.
Leo, the lady boy? No,
Undi Christian.
no, man, Christian. Christian is not coming back, no? A lot?
Wala. Patay na.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing. Leo, Dominic Atiklang, not good, not good. Dominic's a bad man, a very bad man, Leo.
Iyok.
Toyok, Atiklang,
Bakakon.
Bakakon ka. Dominic is Bakakon. Hey. Oh. Dominic, no more spearfishing in the buoys. Yeah, well, that not.
I show you now my little gym, okay?
You what?
My little gym. You can follow me if you want.
Exercise?
Yes.
Okay.
Call me.
You come also.
You got an alcohol stash over there? That's what he. This guy, if this guy is awake, he's drinking. Yeah, we'll go check this guy out. Alexander. He's a very funny man. Him and I, we walk on the beach sometimes. Haven't seen him since. Leo, come on. Alcohol, baby. Like a flies. It's like flies on fly paper. Hubug. Leo will be 1 hour. Leo will be hubug.
Leo is pisot.
Leo is tambuk. Come on, Leo. Yeah. Hubug. Hubog! Hubog!
Tagay, tagay.
Leo is a good man. He's a very hard-working man. Niwang, Tambok. Tambok. Amping.
Camping.
Salamat. Mayan hapon pod. Leo is actually quite a good worker. Okay, so what the Alexander and Dominic set up inside this area that we're going to now is a weight room. An actual weight room. They got done.
Okay. So now we need to make some burpees. Let's see how that is going.
What are you going to do?
Burpees.
This is one of the barbells. This one is a tuna fish can. Two tuna fish cans with a metal bar between it. And that one is a 2.5 gallon water jug, my water jugs, and they filled it up with cement. What are you going to do now?
Yes, they filled it up with cement.
You're going to do some
Burpees, nothing with the weight.
tap dance? What are you going to do? Ballet?
No. Or it's also belly, yeah.
Like a ballet?
You will see. So,
Okay, I'm ready.
one.
Da 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 da. It's good to be young and strong and virile in 100-degree heat. That's Alexander. He's my neighbor. He's always offering things to me. You got the perfect music, Alexander. Look at you. You're looking a little bit like Jack LaLanne. Like Jack LaLanne. Jack LaLanne, he's a very famous, the most famous exercise man in America.
Really?
Yes. You look just like Jack LaLanne. With the goats and everything. The goats in the background and the music.
Yes. So, whoever that is, respect to the guy.
Dominic.
When you talk about him, that means he's a power.
Look him up. He's the number one. He's the person all the exercise programs in America took after. Richard Simmons, all of them, like that.
You know why I put off my pants? First, I don't want to sweat it off because I'm so big. It's still too tight.
Well,
Do burpees with that.
it's your exercise program. Mayan happen. So we have the baby goats over here. Dominic, you're next. Palihog. What do you mean? No. Palihog. You.
Only deploy.
No, you. You show him how to do it. You're the boss. You're the Almo.
Look, you can use this one.
Hey, baby goats. Baby goats. Hello, baby goat. Hello, baby goat. Baby Kanding, babae Kanding. Hello. Where's Papa? Over there. Okay, if someone wants to leave a comment, I'm in the shade now. I can see the comments. Before, I had no ability to see the comments before. Nice hair. Live stream. It's going all around America and the Philippines, live streaming. Guapo. Look at me. Oh. Niwang, yeah? Come on. Niwang Ko, baby. You know that. Guapo ka.
Nationwide, Michael. Nationwide. All.
All. America, Europe, where? I'm not sure where it goes. Maybe the people will say where they are. Oh, I will ask.
Size na mo na. Halos.
You, how many pounds is that? 32? You, one hand? Let me see. Palihog. One hand. One hand. You cannot? One hand, you? You can. Let me see that. Let me see that. Put it down. Now.
Hala, tirahi.
One hand. You. There's no problem. Let me turn this around. Wait. You. Wait. Dominic. You cannot. No.
Only you.
You cannot do this one hand? But ka con ka.
Only two hands.
Two hands?
Yeah.
This is gamay. Gamay lang.
That one.
It's 32 pounds. Only.
Buffalo,
32 pounds only, Dominic. You be the one. That maybe not. Well, you have to work up to that. That is for the Oten. That will put that on the Oten. On the Oten. On the Oten. Yeah, I see him laughing.
Laughing.
That's an Oten exercise.
Oten is small.
You have the Gamay Oten.
Oten, right there.
Yeah. Back. Look at Dominic go. How many will you do, Dominic? How many times? 40. Now. Michael Hunt. Michael Hunt is in the house, baby. I can't see these. Hold on. I got to switch around. The sun is so bright. Michael Hunt, Dennis Adam. Guten Tag. Hey, somebody, Alexander, Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. I will bring some water, okay?
What does Guten Tag mean?
Good day.
Good day. He said good day. He went to go get some water, Michael. It's a beautiful, Cassie says it's a beautiful place. Yeah, my house is just on the far side of those trees. We are about 65 seconds away from where I live. It's a beautiful place to live. Mike Hunt. Mike Hunt. Where is Mike Hunt now? Where is Michael Hunt now? Where is Michael Hunt now? So, this is what I try to make you people of. That this beach here is the closest big town area. This is the BOHOL Sea. This is the BOHOL Sea. And this water comes in. Always the water is flowing this way when the tide is coming in. Always there is a small flow of water from west to east. So always the water is clean coming from the main body of the BOHOL Sea. However, when the tide gets high, the water direction changes from the city of Poblacion, and Tagbilaran is 10 miles that way. The water goes out this way. It brings the pollutants in the water. So I only swim in the water when the water is coming in from the BOHOL Sea up until high tide. and then 15 minutes after high tide, I get out of the water. You can actually feel the difference on the electrical conductivity of the water changes when the water is fresh, incoming, and ocean water, as opposed to when the water is going out. The electrolysis or electrolytes or chemicals or effluents in the water changes the way the water feels. That's true. So at high tide in any canal system, when the water is coming in from the bay or the ocean, in the ocean. So I don't beach and what's going on here, but these are my friends, all the people that you saw in the video, except for the 2 Chinese tourists. I've known them all for 8 years, and most of these people that you saw in today's video, you will also see at the fiesta, at Nanai's birthday parties, at the birthday party for the barangay captain, and the birthday party for the barangay captain's brother, who are all my landlords. So, and we all live within 150 feet of each other. And it's a beautiful place to live. If you're ready to do nothing with the rest of your life and you want to move to the Philippines, this place where I live is by far the most friendliest place that I've lived in the Philippines by far, but also the cleanest and also the most pristine place left in the Philippines, where you still have access to the city just 1 hour away, because this can never be polluted here when the tide is coming in. It will be when they build another 4,000 rooms between here and the end of the island. But if you just go offshore half a mile and then or 2 miles around the point, the water is clean again. But this is the last, only place that I visited in the Philippines in 10 years where the place is still clean and serene. Even though there are many beaches that look like this, white sand beach with blue and green and purple water, the water from the effluents from the nearby towns has contaminants in it that I would not swim in. So you can check that out on some of the major cities for water contaminants. There are some beaches with white sand. Water has so much effluents in the water that you would not, if you know how much bacteria was in the water around the area of Lapu-Lapu and Cebu City proper, you would never, ever, ever go in the water. That would not be something you would do. Even though the water is blue and green and purple, the effluents, parts per million, are so far above acceptable range. No, I have. Thank you. You're always offering people. I have a small bottle. Thank you. You're always so kind. Thank you. I brought. Yeah. Thank you very much. That man, no matter where he goes, no matter what he, no matter whenever he leaves to go get something, town, chicken, food, beer, anything he ever goes to get, he always comes back and offers to everybody he's hanging out with. Alexander. He's been like that since the first day I met him. But I try to bring a little bottle of water with me.
I actually got a new artist name now. It's Aqua 72.
What is it new?
Artist name. Aqua, like water. And they're having more content, you know.
More content?
Yeah.
For German?
Yes, also for all my kuyas.
All your look at this guy, German kuya. Kuya! Kuya! Yeah, there you go, baby. Thank you for the offer of the water.
No worries.
Dominic, This is Jonas' boat, yeah?
Yeah, Beijing fish.
No more?
Beijing fish. Yeah, the name, Beijing fish.
Fixing?
Beijing, the name.
Fishing? No more. Well, not. I remember when Jonas used to live on this boat out in the Doggett, yeah? When I first met Jonas, I would swim out. Jonas, 9 years ago. This was the only boat out in the ocean. The only boat. There was this one, and then there was a boat on shore like this. And that's it. And a bunch of small boats fishing, they fish out with a pole or a little reel. But Jonas lived on that boat out on that ocean because he did not have a place to live. He had a wife, but he lived on his boat. And I would swim out there just about every day, and I would spaghetti. Whether I cooked it and put it in a plastic bag or a Tupperware container, and cook the spaghetti up on the boat with sauce, and we would have a little meal. But before we did that, him and Jonas and I would go out of the boat, we'd jump in the water, and then we would catch little fish or snails, and because the boat would be in about 6 feet of water, and we would spend an hour or so getting snails, and in the tomato sauce that I would bring out to the water, we would put the snails in it and cook the snails, and then when that was done, we'd make the spaghetti, and we'd have like a fish sauce. No matter, the wood sell here will only last 7 or 8 years. It's not real marine plywood. They call it marine plywood, but it's for 8 years, 10 years maximum.
Michael,
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Where did he cook the spaghetti?
He had a barbecue on the front.
Yeah?
Yeah, right up there.
Wow.
A little like a hibachi, right on the front of the boat. This used to have a small cabin where he slept in there. He had no electric,
But gas, I guess.
no gas,
How did you make the fire?
charcoal
Charcoal.
or wood. No, these people live minimum. And now, that beautiful boat, with all those memories, are all gone. Here's my immediate neighbor, Jonas. You've seen Jonas in the free electric videos where he would bring over his gadgets, and at the end of the day, he helped me put the extension cords away. The only person. So, if there aren't any questions, Michael, I am watching from Southern Leyte, says Michael Hunt. Southern Leyte. You know, I've never been to Leyte. I heard they have a lot of beaches, or had a lot of beaches, and that being that it was so expensive to get crushed coral and sand, the residents of the beach of the island of Leyte took the beach sand off the beach to build their dwellings, and many beaches now are just coral. I don't know if you're still here, but that's what I heard. And I saw videos about it as well. But they don't do that here. A few people, once in a while, they come down here with a motorcycle and take a couple of bags of sand, but they don't do that a lot here. I don't think anybody would say anything if they did do it. They just don't do it. Because there's a little bit more money in this area than Leyte. Leyte was a very poor community when I remember that going on. I never been to Leyte.
You close. You close first. Then. Oh. Oo.
Ah, got you.
Tabot naman. Pakagi mas kuwi natin. Siyang.
Hanging water, like the hanging gardens of Babylon. So anyway, that's for those of you who are still watching, not so many, 3 people. I'll say good day. Alexander, say bye-bye, Umping.
Everybody to Laiti, to America, to
So-
the whole Philippines, greetings and bye-bye from Aqua 72
And Kuya?
and all the other Kuyas as well, of
All the Kuyas. Dominic is a Kuya?
course.
Number 1 Kuya?
Bitkong.
Leo? This man, what is your name, sir? With and near. In the Philippines, baby. Here comes another boat full of divers. It's a pretty place to live. Most of the divers are Chinese and Korean, yeah? Dominic?
Yeah.
Chinese and Korean most, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. There's 3 dive centers on my block, 2 Chinese and 1 Korean. And if you don't speak Korean, you cannot rent a room in that hotel. In the Chinese, I never asked. So of course, Umping Permi, which means take care always. From the Philippines, baby. Hagante Tambuk is in the house. Hello, Hagante. Thank you for stopping by. Wow. And where are you? Are you coming to Bohol? Do you need to know anything about where Bohol, what to do in Bohol? I will help you with that. I will stay if you have any questions, Hagante.
Aring kalalinan. Anong duman kalalinan.
Hagante Tambo. If you have a question about Bohol, just ask, and I'll give you 3 or 4 things that there are to do here and the prices if you need to know. There's not a lot to do in Bohol. But then again, there's not much to do in the Philippines itself. So we have diving, lots of diving in beautiful water in Panglao, Bohol. Okay. That's okay that you come and visit. Let's see when are you coming? And I will give you directions. If you do a tour. Okay, well, if you want to know where I live next door to a hotel called the Stanley House, and that's spelled Stanley House. Stanley House in Panglao. And then I live 50 feet from the Stanley House. And this beach is 150 feet from the house. But if you want to go diving, you can go diving from this beach. There's a reef right out right past these boats, right past where these boats are. There's a reef. If you have a mask and a snorkel, we can swim out there. It's 350 feet from the beach. And there's beautiful flora and fauna right out 350 feet away. No fish, though. No fish. You're not going to see any fish out there. But okay, well, that's cool. When you come, you're welcome. We'll find something to do, and I'll do it with you, because I always enjoy having company from other places. You're in Australia. That's pretty cool.
Nakapapat na. Nakapapat na.
Okay, well, thank you for that. And then in the meantime, if you tell you what I'll do, I'll go to your home page and I'll give you the names of 3 or 4 things to do here when you do come, and you'll have the options to at least look it up. There's one place called Balakasog Beach, and that beach is where you're looking at this water right here. Balakasog Beach is about 1.5 miles from here. That's probably the nicest dive and snorkel place in Pang Lao. That's one thing. The second thing to do is a place called the Lobok River, L-O-B-O-C, Lobok River Cruise. And if you wanted to do that, you would go to the ICM Mall across the street, jump on a jeepney for about $1, and it will take you to the Lobok River Cruise office. Take you about 800 feet away. And then from there, you could do the Monkey Jungle, the Tashir Monkeys, and Chocolate Hills. After that, there's not a lot of stuff to do in Bohol. There's about four things that are tourist-like things to do. But swimming is about the best thing I found to do. Now, I would have went swimming today, and that water at this time of the year, that water that you're looking at out there is about 79 to 83 degrees, the water temperature. And that's how it is all the way out to where you can't see any more boats out there. And then when it gets dark, the water, dark blue, the water changes down to about 73, 72 degrees. That's called blue water. Now that's 72 or 73 at the surface, but if you were to have a mask and snorkel on, and you were to go down, you'd hit a thermal at about 7 meters. The water goes down into the mid-60s, I'd say, when you hit a thermal. It doesn't get any colder than that anywhere in the Philippines, though. From here all the way to Palawan, the water temperature never drops down to 60 degrees. I don't think it goes that far. Even in Palawan, when we do wreck diving, the water temperature, I dive without a skin suit on. The water temperatures, I can deal with the water for an hour at the bottom. 17 minutes of bottom time. But when I come up, I'm ready to hit the sun. But that's at a depth of 110 feet or 30 meters plus, 32 meters. But here, the thermal might go down to 66, 65 degrees. And that, you'll hit that, and then there's a wall dive out there. If you're a certified diver, you can do a wall dive, drag the tanks out to the wall, and let them put them on a raft, and we'll tie it up to the buoy, and we'll go down. So that's some of the things to do here. But for now, I'm going to say thanks for stopping by, Hagante, Mike Hunt, Michael Hunt, Dennis Adam. I'll send you the name of those 3 things to do. All right, then. Thanks very much for stopping by. Dominic? Dominic. Number 1. You're number 1, baby. Isa. The co-trabajo Dominic. The hardest working man in Bohol, right there. Like a jackhammer. He really is, too. He reminds me of a machine when you see him working. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Ping Permy, which, of course, means take care always. Bye-bye for now. From the Philippines, baby. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. I pushed my Red Horse Adventure glasses. And, oh, also, look at this. For those of you who didn't see my new shoes, Red Horse Adventure sent me a pair of Keen, K-E-E-N, Keen water shoes. Keen water shoes. With the back strap, you could walk through muck and mire, and the shoes don't pop off. Thank you, Red Horse Adventure. Salamat. Bye-bye for now. From the Philippines, baby.